Hello, children. A pleasant morning to you.
Today we are going to discuss about a new prose, fifth prose from the English. The name of the prose is India Through the Eyes of a Foreigner, which was written by Mark Tully. And in today's class, we will be learning about the author and summary of the lesson. Also, there will be model reading. At the same time, there is a short video of our India. So children, first let's learn about the author. Mark Tully was born in Calcutta and educated in England. He was correspondent for the BBC in South Asia for 25 years. He now works as a journalist in New Delhi. His books on India, No Full Stops in India, The Heart of India, and India is Slow Motion are highly acclaimed. He is the former bureau chief of BBC in New Delhi. He worked for BBC for a period of 30 years before resigning in July 1994. He is currently the regular presenter of weekly BBC Radio 4 program Something Understood. Tully was made an officer of the Order of British Empire in 1985 and was awarded Padma Shri in 1992. He was knighted in New Year Honours 2002, receiving KBE, and in 2005 he received the award Padma Bhushan. Now let's learn about the lesson. In this short account of his experience in India, Mark Tully tells us why he likes India and Indians very much. He gives word pictures of India's natural beauty and the beauty of India's social, religious, and cultural activities. There are beautiful descriptions of the ways in which we worship the Almighty. In the end, he says he has been accepted as a part of India. This thought makes him feel good. Here in this, Mark Tully, he explains his own experiences in India. He tells us why he likes the Indians and India very much. And also he gives much pictures of India's natural beauty and the beauty of India's different aspects of social, religious, and cultural activities. Also, he describes the ways in which we worship the Almighty God. In the end, he says he has been accepted as part of India. Though there is diversity, unity is found in India. The unity in diversity is much inspired and impressed his life from India. So he tells that this all makes him feel comfort and good. So he feels that he is a part of here India. The lesson India Through the Eyes of a Foreigner is a short account by British Indian radio journalist Mark Tully. He was the British Broadcasting Company until he resigned in the year 1994. In this short account of his experiences in India, Mark tells us why he likes India and Indians very much. He vividly gives us the imagery of India's nature, beauty, and the beauty and diversity of India's social religions and cultural activities. Okay, students, now we'll come to the lesson. I soon realized that it was not going to be difficult to get involved in India. From day one, I was surrounded by friends. The friends my predecessors introduced me to, the staff of All India Radio, and the members of the press club, and my new neighbors. Many are still good friends. It's through them that I have become involved in their country. Now, when I am asked why I am staying on, I reply, because of my friends. Here, after Mark Tully arrived in India, he quickly realized that it was not difficult to get involved in India. From the very day he arrived, he was surrounded by friends who introduced him to the staff of All India Radio, Press Club, and his neighbors. And he says that many are still good friends. These friends encouraged him to get involved in India. When anyone asks him why he did not go back to England, he replies that it is because of his dear friends. The next one, that of course is only part of the truth. I am drawn to India by its beauty, particularly its natural beauty. Recently, I was beside a campfire in the Great Himalayan National Park, watching the snow-covered mountains glitter in the sunset. A week later, I was in Kerala, in the extreme south, sitting in my bathing trunks, looking out over the Arabian Sea as the sun slid like a great red dome below the horizon. There are the smells of India too, which evoke such a nostalgia. There is the dry scent of early summer in Delhi as the blue jacarandas, the scarlet gulmohars, and other trees come into flower. The sweet smell of the cool of the night and the freshness of pine trees in the foothills of the Himalayas after a long, hot and dusty drive across the plains. There are the folk songs and the classical music with ragas that start with such austerity and end in ecstasy. Here, involved means closely connected in relationships and activities of others. Austerity means simplicity. Solemn means very serious. Informality means here or not grand. Unusual means interesting because different from others. And ecstasy means state of a strong feeling of happiness. Here, the author discloses to us that it was not the only reason he decided to stay in India. The truth was, he was drawn to the natural beauty of India. And he describes how he explained the beauty of India. One week, he was combining the great Himalayan National Park, watching the snow-clad mountains glitter in the sunset and Next week, he would be in Kerala, sitting in his swimming trunks, watching the sunset over the Arabian Sea. He is nostalgic about the smells of seasons of India. What do you mean by nostalgic? Nostalgia means longing for a happiest or better time in the past. And here he distinguishes the dry scent of early summer of Delhi when the blue jacarandas, the scarlet gulmohars flower, to the sweet smell of cume of the night flowers and the freshness of the pine trees in the foothills of Himalayas. He is impressed by the variety of folk songs and Indian classical music. He feels that the classical ragas start with austerity, means simplicity, and end in ecstasy. Already we have said ecstasy means state of a strong feeling of happiness. And the next one, there are the great epics and the love poetry. There's the art of the Pradhan tribe in central India, which occupies the whole of one wall of my flat. There's the color of the festivals, the solemn dignity of the courtyards of the great mosque, filled with the line after line of worshippers bowing their heads in prayer, and the colorful informality of the pujari performing the evening rites in a Hindu temple. Also, there is a sound of priests singing the scriptures, carrying across the water of the sacred tank in which the golden temple stands. And there are the great monuments of India. I have never known anyone to be disappointed by the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. There are the fresh cooked parathas for breakfast in the open air dhabas or restaurants along the Grand Trunk Road, and there's the delicacy of vegetarian thali or tray in Gujarat. Here, Markandelli is amazed at the great epics and the love poetry of India. He tells us that one wall of his flat is covered by the art of the Pradhan tribe of central India. He is awed by the colorful festivals of India and the pujari. He is not dressed grandly like the church preachers performing evening pujas in temples. He is swayed by the solemn dignity of the courtyard of mosques where Muslims offer namaz. He tells us that he will never know a person would be disappointed after seeing the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. He also likes Indian food like parathas, a vegetarian thali. The author is expressing the natural beauty of India. The great works of our literature are great epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata and the love poetry. Folk songs, folk arts like folk songs and the classical music with ragas that through
starts with simplicity and ends with happiness. And the ways of worshipping are in mosque, worshippers bowing their heads in prayer, and the colorful informality of the priest performing the evening rites in Hindu temple, and the sound of priest singing the scriptures carrying across the water of the sacred tanks. About the monuments, he says, nobody will be disappointed by the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. One who sees that will be encouraged and feel happiness. No one will be disappointed. And about the food, he says, there are fresh cooked parathas for breakfast in the open air dabas or restaurants along the Grand Trunk Road, and there is the delicacy of vegetarian thali in Gujarat. In the next paragraph, all these kept me in India, but they are not whole. It would need a poet to describe what India means to me, and I am no poet. I can only say that I am not alone among foreigners in believing there is nowhere like India and no people like Indians. I am perhaps more unusual for a foreigner in that I have been accepted as part of India. Here again, we Indians accept everyone who ever comes to India. India is a country of unity in diversity. No other country has so many religions, languages, cultures, customs, etc. We have the quality of friendly nature which makes us to welcome anybody who comes here. In the same way, Mark was also accepted as one of us. And he admits that all these things compelled him to stay in India. He is apologetic and admits that he is not a poet to give an apt description of India. Only a poet can describe what Indian means to him. Only a poet can describe what India means to him. Most foreigners like him believe that India and Indians are unique. He is grateful to India and Indians for being accepted as one of themselves. As Mark came to India, he soon realized that it was not going to be difficult to get involved in India from the first day itself. He was surrounded by friends. And the poet himself says that whatever he has seen in India, he is unable to describe that. And he admits himself that I am not a poet. A poet can describe it well and good, and in a better way he can explain and the beauty of India. But still, with his own experience, he is expressing the beauty and nature of India. Also, he tells that I am not only the one person, the foreigner, who likes to be in India, but many foreigners who comes to India, they like to be in India, to remain in India. They love India and the beauty of India and the culture, customs, religion, etc. The difference is one sunset was washed over the Himalayan mountains, other was washed over the Arabian Sea. And the beauty of nature is also expressed by him, and he says he is very much grateful towards India that he is accepted as one of Indians. And most foreigners like him believe that India and Indians are unique. And he is very much grateful to the India and to the Indians for being accepted him as one of themselves. By this, we end the lesson here, and children, continue to watch the video which we come across along the part of this lesson, India through the eyes of a foreigner.
This is a campfire where he was sitting beside it and enjoying the sunset in the snow-covered mountains. And he speaks of the first of pine trees at the foot of the Himalayas, which gives him fresh breeze and make him fresh. And this is All India radio station, okay, broadcasting house, where he was working in India. This okay. And this is the, what do you call that, video of where this Mark Tully is enjoying the sunslit or sun sliding like a red dome in Kerala. And here are the blue jacarandas, scarlet gulmohars, okay, and there are some other trees like amaltos and all. They bear these trees are the flower bearing trees, and you get to see here what kind of color these tree flowers are of. Okay, see how beautiful it looks. So this is the fine example. And after this we have scarlet gulmohars, okay, which are very super to, or which are, what do you call that, fine to see on the trees. This is the gulmohar tree, and you can see plenty of flowers on the tree. The tree is like umbrella in shape, okay. These types of trees are commonly found in India, all over the India we can say. Okay, see how beautiful this trees looks like. Next we get to see one more important plant here, the queen of the night, okay, which has a very sweet smell here. The smell of the queen of the night is very sweet, okay. So this is how it blooms in between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is what he speaks of the pine trees, Okay, at the foot of the Himalayas after a long drive across the Great Himalayan Park. These pine trees, they make him fresh. Okay, it made him fresh, we can say. So this is what you are seeing, the view of pine trees. uh, okay, that lies to the foot of the Himalayas, we can say. And this is the, what do you call that, a prayer in a mosque, where people are standing one line after the another line, okay, in deep worship to God. This is the Eid prayer, Eid Udzaha, right? And here we have Sikh scriptures chanting from the Golden Temple. Okay. This is the picture of Annadasoha, okay, where the devotees are offered food here in the temple, Golden Temple, okay, and every mutt or monastery in India has the practice of offering the food to the devotees. Okay, and next we get to see here Hindu scriptures chanting by the priest in the temple. Okay, listen to it. And after that, Mark Tully, he speaks of different folk dances from all over India, and here is what we have. Okay, you can see different types of dances being presented here in this video. This is what Dollu Ganita of Karnataka. He speaks about different monuments in India and beautiful monuments. Okay, here we get to see Taj Mahal, located in Agra, and there are so many other beautiful monuments from all over India. You can see and enjoy it. Lotus Mahal, Delhi, right? And this is India Gate. Hawa Mahal, Jaipur. Akshardham. Okay, Purana Khila. I hope this is Buland Darwaza. This is what you say, White Fort, where the Prime Minister and President hoist the national flag on Republic Days and Independence Days. Golden Temple, okay, Amritsar in Punjab. Okay, Sun Temple, Konark, Odisha. This is Humayun's tomb. Okay, Jantar Mantar. Okay, gateway of India, we can say, Mumbai. And here we get to see different types of music or classical music with the different ragas here. See this video and enjoy it. And here varieties of food from all over the India. Okay, you get to see all these things. So here Mark Tully, he represents what do you call that, different languages, different customs, different traditions, different types of people from all over India, maybe 28 states, and including union territories. Okay, 28 states and union territories, right? So he says that India has different languages, cultures, traditions, different faiths. Okay, yet we see he says that India is really colorful. Okay, yet they are all diversified. Yet they are all diversified in their customs, traditions, language, food habits, etc., etc., etc. But they all represent oneness. They all represent oneness, he says. Okay, this is what we call unity in diversity. We get to see from this lesson where Mark Tully, he represents unity in diversity of India. Thank you.